Do I want it forwards or backwards? Forwards or backwards? Forwards or backwards it is! Ooh, this chat is hot! Hey guys, it's been a while. I didn't mean to go so long without posting a video, but here we are. This always happens on this channel. I don't know why it's so hard to be so consistent on this channel, but we're not gonna talk about that. I have no excuses as to why I haven't posted on this channel. We're just gonna get right into it. Today, I am bringing you a late summer favorites video. It's currently the first day of fall, so technically like summer just ended, so this isn't coming that late, but it feels like it's coming late because I feel like it's been fall for me for a while now. But without further ado, let's talk about some of my summer favorites. First, let's talk music. I'm just gonna list for you my top 5 favorite albums from this summer. There was so much great music that came out this summer and I was living for it. The first album on my list, which I just feel like has been the album of the summer, the album of the year for me personally, and that is Melodrama by Lorde. Holy hot diggity dangity dang. It's been a while since Lorde has released an album, and she released the album of the year, in my opinion. Like, she served us with some greatness with this album. If you haven't listened to Melodrama, go do your ears a favor and go listen to this album. Like, it's a literal listening experience from start to finish. You need to go do yourself a favor and listen to this album. Lorde just does a fantastic job of encapsulating what it feels like to be young. Next is not a new album, but it's an album that I just now recently listened to. I've been putting off listening to this album for some weird reason, and that is Topograph, I think that's how you say it, by Thompson. And I've been a fan of Thompson for a while now, and he released his album, I believe, in 2016, but I just never got around to listening to it for some reason. And oh my gosh, I have been missing out. Why did I not listen to this album sooner? It's so good. If you like Lorde and if you like Troye Sivan, he is like a mixture of those two artists. And oh, this album, it's like what the kids say these days, it's fire. It's kind of got this like space vibe to it, and I really like it. It's really great. You should go listen to it. Also, you should go listen to the song Ride by Thompson, because that song, it's a new single of his, and it just gives me all the feels every time I listen to it. I'm like, yeah! Next on my list is Fifth Harmony by Fifth Harmony. They dropped a self-titled album this summer, and oh my gosh, it's underrated. It's so underrated. Y'all are sleeping on Fifth Harmony. This album is gold. If you love pop music, which I personally love pop music, you gotta hit up this album. It's fantastic. It makes me so sad that people aren't listening to this album and appreciating it, because there's so many bops on this album. It's just like bop after bop. Something that I love about this album is how it's cohesive, not necessarily in the sound, but in the lyrics. There are so many lyrics that connect with different songs on the album, and it just makes my heart so happy when I hear a lyric and it like connects with another lyric in a different song on the album, and it's just like mind blown. Next is not an album, but it's an EP, and that is Don't Smile at Me by Billie Eilish. This girl is so talented. She's so young and she's so talented. Her songwriting talent just has me so shook. She has so many striking lyrics throughout this album. And also this album, it's not a very cohesive album necessarily. Like, I feel like there's just so many different things happening on this album. But what I like is that it showcases her talent and that she can just experiment with so many styles, and it just works so well. Next on my list is American Teen by Khalid. Oh my goodness, Khalid's voice is just so soulful and perfect, and I could just listen to him sing non-stop and not get tired of it because I am just obsessed with his vocal abilities. Vocal abilities on point. Next up, let's talk about TV. For those of you who don't know me, I'm really bad at TV. Like, I'm bad at keeping up with television. I'm basically the kind of person who just sporadically watches TV shows, and I hardly ever finish a series from start to finish because I'm just terrible. First up, I want to talk about The 100. I started watching this show right before San Diego Comic-Con because I knew that we were going to be going to the 100 panel at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was like, I want to catch up before we go to this panel because I know that if I go to this panel, I'm going to be spoiled for the show. And it's a show that I've been wanting to watch for a while. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to catch up with the show before that panel, so I was basically like this while at that panel. I did get spoiled for a few things, but that's okay. And I love this show. It's like this sci-fi, almost kind of like dystopian apocalypse type show. We've got so many interesting character dynamics. We've got so much action, and it's just an all-around great show. Next up is another one that I started watching before San Diego Comic-Con and never finished, and that's Riverdale. I'm aware that this show is kind of cheesy, but I'm also kind of trash for it, I'm not gonna lie. It's dramatic, it's eye-roll worthy, but I am here for it. I think I have like 6 episodes left in the first season, so I really should just like watch those 6 episodes, but for some reason, something's stopping me from finishing the show because I'm terrible at following through with TV series. And my final TV favorite is Criminal Minds. I'm currently only on the first season, but I love it. For some reason, when I watch this show, I always watch it right before bed, and then I can either not sleep because the things that happen on the show are so horrific, or I have terrible nightmares. So I should probably really stop watching this show right before bed. Next up, let's talk about movies, or rather movie. My one favorite movie from this summer is Spider-Man Homecoming. It was so good! Spider-Man. I personally love all the Spider-Man movies. Like, I loved the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I know that they weren't the greatest, but I grew up on them, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's just nostalgic for me. And then I loved Andrew Garfield's interpretation of Spider-Man. Like, that was so good. But then Spider-Man Homecoming came into the picture and just knocked those other Spider-Mans out of the way. This one just takes the cake, you guys. Even though it technically messes up the Marvel timeline, I'm just gonna forget about that and just focus on the greatness of this movie because it was great. Lastly, we have my random favorites, and guys, these are really, really random. But that's why they're my random favorites. My first random favorite is my typewriter. I got this as a birthday present from my mom. My mom works in like the antiques industry, I guess you could call it. And I've been wanting a typewriter for a while, and she found this one for like $5. And so she gave it to me for my birthday. So thanks, Mom. Thanks for finding this typewriter. For some reason, I just find so much joy in using a typewriter. I love the sound of the keys. I love the sound of the ink hitting the paper. It's just, there's just something so classic about it, guys. It's just so classic. And my last random favorite is my new hipster goat. His name is Henry. We named him in my Instagram live. I actually think that Emma from Miss Emma Reads a Lot's brother Peyton named him. So thanks, Peyton, for naming Henry. I got him from Redbubble, and I have him hanging on my wall, and he's just a great new addition to my life. I just love waking up in the morning and being greeted by Henry the hipster goat. So yeah, those are all my favorites from the summertime. I don't have a lot of favorite things from the summer, and I feel like that might be because I don't necessarily favor materialistic things. Like, I definitely favor experiences. All the crazy fun adventures I had this summer definitely overshadowed all of the favorite things that I mentioned in this video. So I know that I haven't been posting on this channel for a while, and I'm sorry that I keep getting on an inconsistent schedule, but just to give you guys a little bit of an idea as to what's to come on this channel, I've got videos coming out the next 3 Saturdays. I've got videos filmed and edited, and they're scheduled and ready to go. They're gonna be going live every Saturday for the next 3 weeks at least. So who knows? Maybe I have a schedule for this channel now, and maybe I'll stick to that schedule. We'll see. But realistically, who knows what'll happen. I'm terrible at being consistent over here. I love that I'm just dragging myself and just throwing myself under the bus in this video. I have videos coming up from my family vacation to Florida. I have a San Diego Comic-Con vlog coming up, and I've got a Disney World vlog coming up, so there's content coming, I promise. I really want to be consistent on this channel because I love this channel so much. I feel like this is a channel where I can just completely share all of me and not just one side of me. On the Jesse the Reader channel, it's just the reader side of me, the book loving side of me, which is great. That is a big part of my life, but there's also more to me, and I feel like you guys are the ones that actually want to get to know the other side of me, which makes me feel good. It makes me feel like you guys actually care about me. Even if you don't, it's okay. But I'm just glad that you guys are over here and you watch the videos over here. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like you guys actually care about me, so thanks for caring if you do. But that's enough about that. I want to hear from you guys now in the comments. You guys should let me know down below some of your summer favorite things. What were some of your favorite movies, favorite TV shows, favorite music that you listened to this summer? Also, if you just have like a random favorite, share with me your random favorites, because obviously I have really random favorites, so share away. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next Saturday with another video. Bye, guys.